Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Lyle the Iceman, and today I'm doing something a little bit different than I normally do. Actually, got a request to do this. I don't remember who by, but whoever it was, you know, this this is for you. But I decided to do a little review or talk about the Wii community update that took place on March 15th, and just kind of discuss a little bit about what's going on with each of the things that was updated, and I'll get my thoughts on them, and you know, and at the end we'll kind of talk about all of them, kind of in summary. Um, so I guess the first page, first little part, involved perks, and pretty much the first one was fix the next shoe where players were taking damage from falls with lightweight pro perk or lightweight pro equipped, and obviously that's a big deal. I mean that's that's kind of the purpose of Lightweight Pro is to not take falling damage. So if you unlock Lightweight Pro, it was kind of useless, you know. It's like, well, what did I unlock this for if it's not going to do its job? So that's always good. That probably should have been taken care of um, a lot sooner, honestly, in my opinion. You know, whatever. But that's kind of the purpose of the perk. You know, it's kind of the same thing with Hacker. Leading into that, enemy turrets will now glow when Hacker Pro perk is equipped. Um, so that's I I don't know if turrets were supposed to glow without Hacker Pro, or if if Hacker Pro was just like, okay, there you go, these are equipped. I don't remember. I actually I could be, I don't exactly remember how the pro perks worked. I haven't even unlocked most of the pro perks actually. I just don't really I just haven't had the time to do it, but um that's good. I mean, I like to know where turrets are at all times because I hate running around a corner and just getting sprayed in the face by a turret. That's always not very enjoyable. So, glad that they've got that involved. Flak Jacket Pro will now protect against napalm strikes. Um, I don't know if that was how it was. I don't remember ever having Flak Jacket. Well, I don't have Flak Jacket Pro on the 360, but I didn't know if that was how that worked on the 360 either. But if that's how that functioned, then that's good that they've put that in. And honestly, I think that'll be pretty nice. I mean, I don't really die by napalm strikes much because every time I hear it coming in, I'm just like diving doors, and so normally I'm protected. But that's always good. I don't know what that means if you're not going to take any damage from it, or if you're going to like not if you're just going to take a little bit, because it doesn't say if it's completely prevented. It just says will protect against napalm strikes. I don't know if that means that you're just going to be impervious to napalm strikes. I don't know how that works. So it'd be interesting to see how that turns out. And then my personal favorite in this entire, and I'm sure most of you will agree, in this entire patch is the second chance patch, and that is that players that put an enemy into second chance are now credited for a full kill once that enemy dies. If another player kills the enemy while the enemy is in second chance, they'll get assist credits. So that is fantastic. I cannot tell you how many times I have put people into second chance and then they get shot by someone else. I'm like, oh, darn it. Um, like most of the time, I don't really want to deal with them, so I just throw like a stun grenade or something like that at them, and that normally finishes them off. But if for some reason I can't get that stun grenade, off before someone shoots them, I get credited with an assist, and that's like that is frustrating, very frustrating. And so I know a lot of you will be happy about that. Um, I know I am. I don't know if that was how it was. I do not remember what Modern Warfare was like, where you down someone and they went into last chance. I don't know if that was or last stand, I guess is actually what it's called. I don't know if you actually got credited for an assist or a kill whenever someone else shot it. I don't remember actually. I just have not played it in a while and I've completely forgot how that worked. And I guess I didn't really notice it as much. Maybe it just wasn't a big deal with all the martyrdom and all that stuff, Juggernaut and all those other random perks that no one really liked. I don't. Maybe I just didn't notice it, but I know it was very noticeable here in Black Ops. So I'm glad that they fixed that. That is something that should have been done. I mean, and they didn't do it for Xbox 360 and all that until their last patch. So it's good that we finally got it back. So moving on. Teammates who are in your party will show up as blue on your minimap. That's pretty cool. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter to me that much, but I think maybe it'll help people that you know, like if you're going into a public lobby with a party, you want to know where your friends are at, kind of, because if your friends are sitting there talking, you're like, well, who's who where you at? You can't see on the minimap, so that's kind of cool. I mean, it doesn't affect me much, but I know some people will probably be pretty happy about that, and it's just kind of nice to. I don't even know. It's nice to get variety in the map. I don't really think it matters that much, but yeah. Anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on that. Melee attack radius has been optimized. I don't know what this means. I don't think it means. I hope it doesn't mean that you have a longer melee radius because honestly, I I get. I mean, and it's probably just due to lag, but people are like knifing me from like 5 feet away, and I'm like, what are you? I thought they took out Commando. Oh man, but I don't know what this means. I don't know if they made it shorter or if they made it longer. I don't know what optimized means. I mean, other than they think it's as good as it can get. I guess you know we'll have to see. I still don't know exactly what that means, but we'll see. We'll have to figure out what that meant later. Because I honestly, that's just confusing how they worded it. They could have worded it a little bit better, in my opinion. But anyway, moving on. Fix to prevent a player from rerolling the SAM or sentry drops. I actually thought they patched this a long time ago. Like I knew they did. I knew they did with the 360 and PS3, but I thought they patched it for the Wii also. I would have been doing this so much more. I would have tried to get a what was it? Was it Warlord Pro that allowed you to do that? No, that's not it. I don't even remember now because I didn't use it so much. It's not Warlord. I know what it is. I just can't think of the name. Hardline. There we go. Hardline Pro. That was it. My goodness, I don't even know the names of the perks yet. But I I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted to do that, and the fact that I never got to was kind of depressing because I totally thought that they patched that earlier. But that would have been fun just to get like dogs and a chopper and who knows what else. Oh man. But that is good that they fixed that. I'm just upset that I didn't get to partake in that. Oh man. But anyway, moving on. Fixed issue where the player can complete the shortcut challenge by climbing down a tall ladder. And if you guys don't know, the shortcut challenge is where you kind of, I guess, I don't know exactly how it works, but you make a drop, you drop down and take damage, but still survive, and that's called a shortcut, I guess. I don't know what that. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong. Um, but I don't really I don't think it was that big a deal for me. I wasn't like whoopee, fantastic. I it doesn't really matter to me that much. I mean, it's a pretty easy challenge, so I mean, I I don't see why climbing down a ladder would make it any more easy. I it's easy enough to do. You just find a spot and drop down. I don't know. But so that's not. I don't really think that was that big a deal. I mean, it's cool that they patched it, but it doesn't affect me at all. Anyway, moving on to the next slide. Resolve the issues where the player could leave the following maps: Havana, Summit, and Hanoi. That's always good. Now I don't know if they could kill people while they're out of the maps, um, or if you could kill them while they're out of the maps. I don't know. I've never actually experienced it myself. I've never seen anybody leave the map, but that's always good that they patched it. You don't you don't ever want people to, go out of your maps. I mean, Modern Warfare Reflex was kind of fun to do. Was kind of fun to do in Backlot. I remember how you can get out of the map there, and that was kind of fun to just mess around in. But You couldn't really do. I don't remember if you could kill some people. You could obviously kill them by jumping up onto the building after you've done the elevator glitch. But if you were outside the map, I don't think you could kill anybody unless you like threw a grenade or something. But anyway, that's beside the point. It's good that they've patched that. I mean, it'll just make the game more solid overall, in my opinion. Spawn points have been adjusted in Havana. This should prevent the spawn killing in the demolition game type. I have not experienced this because I have not played demolition in Havana yet. Because I don't really play demolition all that much anyway. But I'm actually starting to play more objective modes. But anyway, that's beside the point. Um, so that's good. I mean, I think that Havana being as small as it is, seeing as we got kind of stuck with the wager match version, um, it is pretty easy to spawn kill. And I think that especially if you're competitive and you have. I mean, I think if you're competitive, you should be able to hold it off anyway. But I think that'll make it more fair, more balanced, in that you're not just completely wasting the other team, and they at least have somewhat of a chance to get back at you before the bomb explodes. So I mean, that's always nice. Um, I think that's pretty cool. Contracts will now reset after or when a player prestiges. Um, I mean that's good. I've never experienced it yet again. I've only prestiged like once, and so because I just been playing on so many different profiles and things, and I haven't really been, I've been playing on both the Xbox and the Wii, so I haven't really put a lot of time into the game yet. But that's cool. I mean, you don't want incredibly difficult challenges or contracts or I don't know exactly how that even works, but I mean I guess it's cool. I guess now that I think about it, I mean you want to have contracts immediately when you start, and you don't want to have to wait for it. So that way you can get more money. I didn't really use contracts anyway. Like if you look at my profile ever, then you'll see that I just do not do contracts that much. I get my money through wager matches. But that's cool for people that use contracts. I'm sure they'll be happy to see that. And then this is what I found particularly interesting as well. Implemented a way to create a new private party while in a public lobby for when the lobby leader has disbanded the private party. Now I don't I the way that it sounds to me is that when you're in a private match or not a private public match, and you came in with your party, and then after the party leader leaves, like after the host leaves, after your guys' host leaves, then there's still a way to keep the party together, and that's really cool. I have not seen this yet. I really want to try it out though, because it's annoying to have to go back and and get everyone in the party again. So that's really cool. I still have problems, to be honest, taking out the party. Like whenever we're playing wager matches and we're like, okay, let's change wager match, and I say to go back with party to back out with party, and it doesn't keep them, and so that's annoying. And hopefully they fix that. I don't know if that was fixed in this or what exactly happened, but if if you can do this where you don't have to be the party leader, and then you can bring everyone back in your own little party, that's fine. That's cool. I don't know how that works. We'll have to figure that out later. So yeah, moving on. Um, Fixed an issue where a leaderboard would go into hang state if the user has 50 plus allies. I don't even know if I have 50 plus allies, and I don't check the leaderboards all that often, so it doesn't apply to me that much. But I know some of you are like very competitive with your leaderboards, and you're like, I always want to be at the top. And so it's probably really annoying if you got a bunch of allies, and you'll be like looking at the leaderboard, and it's like, oh, now it's just stuck there. It's frozen. Dang it. And I'm sure it gets really, really annoying. So I'm sure that that would probably be good for you. Um, so that's cool. Prevention of exploit that allowed players to keep custom classes and kill streaks after prestige. That is fantastic. I mean, that would be so annoying. Well, I mean, it'd be really cool for you, but it'd be really annoying to see someone who is, like a level 1 or level 2, who has, like, all this stuff from after they prestiged, or from before they prestige. That would just be, that would make me so mad, because I'd be like, you know what, I lost all my stuff. You should lose it too. and and that in my opinion that kind of takes away from some of the fun of prestiging. You don't get to earn everything back. Everything's still there. So that's a good thing that they fixed. That's always cool. Improvements made in matchmaking service. So the way they're saying this is that it's still not perfect. They've still got work to do. I guess, and it was very difficult to find certain game types. Like I actually had a lot of problems finding team deathmatches, which is weird. But hopefully they fix that now. Hopefully it's a lot easier to get into games. Um, and yeah, I'm hoping that's what it means. I mean, it says improvements. It doesn't say that they fixed it. It doesn't say that it's completely fixed. It just said it's improved. So hopefully it is improved, and they're not just like making all this stuff up. Which I doubt they will. I mean, if they did, they'd be in some big trouble. So anyway, moving right along. This is about zombies actually. This is all the zombie fixes they made. Player can no longer load the Thunder Gun manually, so it matches the PS360 functionality. And I know I enjoyed it and being able to load the Thunder Gun manually, but in all honesty, that is not how it was supposed to be used. So I mean, it's good that they've patched it. I'm a little sad that they did, but it is if we're gonna be as close to the PS63 or PS63, what am I saying? PS360, then it needs to be that way. So it's good that they did that. Um, but yeah, anyway, moving right along, zombie melee damage has been adjusted to match PS63. Or man, I keep saying that PS360 behavior of PS63. Oh man. Um, I've actually been into zombies, although it was in solo. Maybe it doesn't work as well as it does in solo, but I don't know how that actually works. But it says that the zombie melee damage has been adjusted to match the PS360 behavior. I don't know. I I don't know what that means exactly. I mean, could you go down in one hit or something? I don't really know how that actually works. I mean, I've been playing. To be honest, I have been playing solo for a while, and I go down too easily. So maybe they haven't patched it for solo. I don't know if they can patch it for solo. Maybe they can only patch it for multiplayer. I don't know how that works. But I can tell you that recently, like just yesterday, I was trying to play zombies and it was terrible. I would go up to knife them and I'd get hit like once and I'd go down. And I was like, what in the world? And it would be very frustrating for me. So hopefully that's been fixed for at least multiplayer, at least the multiplayer aspect. Improved zombie pathing. Zombies should no longer switch directions randomly, teleport through floors, walls, etc. And I actually saw a video of them teleporting through walls and floors, so that's good that they fixed that. Um, and again, I actually think that when I was playing solo, they did about the same thing where they'd be switching directions randomly and it'd be crazy, and I don't know why they would do these things, but hopefully they fix that to where it's the zombies have a more clear direction on where they want to go. That'll always make it easier. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what that means. Hopefully, I mean, maybe you guys have been playing zombies and with multiplayer, and hopefully you'll be able to see kind of what it's like, and you'll hopefully be able to tell a pleasant difference between the two. And this last one, and I think this is in zombies. I think I remember hearing about this in zombies, but I could be completely wrong. But fixed for the 3-weapon exploit when using the last grenade. I have not done this. I have never actually used this glitch. I think I've heard of it, but I have not used it. But that's always good. I don't think that people should be able to have 3 weapons or more than your 2 weapons, primary and secondary weapons when you are playing zombies. I think it adds to the fairness, and I just think that it should be fixed. So I'm glad that they fixed that. I think everyone should try and beat it fairly, or beat it, or get to the highest ground fairly, as opposed to not. So anyway, we'll move right along, and this is something that's a lot different than this is something that they actually stated. I think they said that it was stated March 2nd, but I don't remember. They might have not even announced it until March 15th. I don't remember exactly. But it says we are aware that some players are experiencing lag issues when hosting, and this is something we will continue to look at. We have also heard reports of some host freezing, which we are also continuing to look at. Neither of these issues 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 are addressed in the update we are currently waiting approval on. So that's not fixed yet. Hopefully they do, because that's always really annoying. And honestly, that's one of the things that I was very disappointed, at least with the Wii, about, is that it was weird because with the previous patch, like the patch before this one, I thought it made it worse. Like, I thought everything just got worse. The lag got worse. It was difficult to find any games without lag before that patch. I don't remember which patch it actually was, but hopefully that this next patch or one of these patches will fix that, because that's one of the things that's been just turning me off of the Wii, is just the lag. Um, it just gets really annoying, and I'd rather play in a game that is free of lag and that's just more smooth than a game that does have lag. So that's probably why I play on the 360 quite a bit, is simply because of the lag on this, and it just frustrates me. And I know some of you might not even experience that, um, but I know I do quite a bit, and it just gets really annoying. So hopefully they fix that. I am eagerly awaiting that patch. And then they also addressed DLC. They said many people are also asking about DLC on the Wii. There is still no information on any potential DLC for the Wii, but we will be sure to update this space once there is. Thank you for your patience. So I don't know what this means, because I don't know if they're saying that there will be I mean, they're obviously not saying whether there will be DLC or not. They said there's no information on any potential DLC for the Wii, and I don't understand what this means, because they're the ones making it. You would think that you would know information about any potential DLC for the Wii. You know, Honestly, if it's not made yet, it's not gonna be for a while till we actually get it. So that's a very interesting statement. And so hopefully they'll elaborate on that a little bit more. I'm just kind of disappointed that they worded it that way, because I know they know about it. I mean, there's no way that they will not. There's no way that Treyarch's making it and they're like, oh, well, I don't actually know if there's DLC yet. Let's go check and see if we made it yet. That's kind of that's a little weird. Um, the way they kind of word that. So hopefully they'll elaborate on that more. And yeah, it's pretty much it. So if you guys have any thoughts or questions or anything, let me know. And I am curious to know, what patches would you like to see or patches, what fixes would you like to see in the next patch? What do you think needs fixed? What do you think needs nerfed? Um, because it's obvious that there's still a few problems left, and hopefully you guys have some helpful suggestions. I don't know. I highly doubt that Treyarch will see this, but if by some miracle they do, what would you guys like to see? And you know, just help improve the game. Um, I'm curious, so let me know what you think. And yeah, this has been Lyle the Iceman, and I'll catch you guys later.